In the rising dust of southern Africa, as empires clashed and tribes were scattered, one king stood tall against Shaka Zulu's growing power. His name was Zwide, the fierce ruler of the Nwandwa. To his people, he was a lion, bold and unyielding. To his enemies, he was a storm that brought fear and fire. This is the story of the king who dared to challenge Shaka, and nearly ended the dream of the Zulu nation before it began. Who was Zwide? Long before Shaka Zulu became the great warrior king, Zwide already ruled as chief of the Nwandwa kingdom. He was the son of Langa, inheriting a throne built on ambition, cattle wealth, and war. Under Zwide's leadership, the Nwandwa grew powerful, spreading their influence across rivers, valleys, and trade routes of what is today KwaZulu-Natal. But Zwide was not a king of peace. He believed in domination. He looked at the scattered chiefdoms around him, the Mthethwa, the Ngwane, and the rising Zulu, and he saw rivals to be crushed. And so, the stage was set for a clash of titans. The first strike, against Dingiswayo. To understand Zwide's war with Shaka, we must first look at his war with another great leader, Dingiswayo of the Mthethwa. Dingiswayo was Shaka's mentor, the man who gave him his first taste of leadership and innovation in battle. But Zwide saw Dingiswayo as a threat. With his vast army, Zwide launched a brutal attack on the Mthethwa. Dingiswayo was captured and executed, sending shockwaves through the region. To many, this was proof of Zwide's unmatched power. But to Shaka, it was personal. The mentor who shaped him was gone, and vengeance began to burn in his heart. Shaka rises. After Dingiswayo's death, Shaka took command of the Mthethwa allies, transforming them into the Zulu kingdom. At first, Zwide underestimated him. To Zwide, Shaka was just another ambitious chief, one more rival to be swept away. But the young Zulu king was not ordinary. He reorganized his warriors into regiments, perfected the short stabbing spear, the Iklwa, and drilled his soldiers with discipline no one had seen before. When the Nwandwa and Zulu finally clashed, it would not be an easy victory for either side. Clash of the Titans. The war between Shaka and Zwide is remembered as one of the most defining conflicts of southern Africa. Zwide's forces outnumbered Shaka's, but Shaka's tactics turned the tide. One of the most famous battles was at Cockley Hill. Here, Shaka used strategy instead of numbers. His warriors lured the Nwandwa into a trap, encircling them with the deadly bullhorn formation. The battle was fierce, spears clashing, shields breaking, cries echoing across the hills. Though both sides suffered heavy losses, Shaka's brilliance shone through. For the first time, the great Zwide had met a rival who refused to bow. Zwide's decline. Defeat at the hands of Shaka weakened Zwide's kingdom. His people began to scatter. Some migrated north, becoming the ancestors of new groups in Central Africa. Others fell under the growing shadow of the Zulu. In the end, Zwide was forced to retreat, his once great Nwandwa kingdom collapsing under pressure. He fled northward, but his legacy remained as the king who pushed Shaka to his limits and shaped the storms of the Mfikeng. Today, Zwide is remembered not only as Shaka's greatest rival, but also as a symbol of how resistance and ambition can change history. Without Zwide's challenge, Shaka might never have sharpened his military genius. In every story of a hero, there must be a rival who tests his strength. For Shaka Zulu, that rival was Zwide, the lion of the Nwandwa. This was the tale of Zwide, the king who stood against Shaka Zulu. But the story of the Zulu dynasty is far from over. Next, we dive into Dingiswayo, Shaka's own brother, the man who betrayed him and stole the throne. Subscribe to Echoes of Kings, and join us as we continue the saga of Africa's warrior kings. Who do you think was the greater leader, Shaka or Zwide? Comment below, and let history echo in your voice.